That looks sick.
And it looked so good, like it actually looked really nice. We've got my washing machine here in the corner.
Why, is it going to electrocute me?
No.
Hello, welcome back. I don't know what week I'm on in terms of my renovation, but I thought I'd bring you along with me today because I've got an appointment with Ren's Kitchen for my kitchen design, and I have kind of an idea of what I want in my mind, but I don't know what that's going to look like in my space because obviously it's quite a small space. You've seen it, little galley kitchen. I'm probably not going to knock it through. I'm not sure. As it currently stands, I've got different ideas bobbling along in my head. Excuse me, COVID. And I have no idea what that's gonna look like in practice, so I'll take you along. I don't know how much I'm gonna be allowed to film in there, so what I might do is just show you the finishing product if I get there and how I got to that point. That's probably the best approach. So yeah, I'll see you in a little bit.
The one that has like a draining room, you can have a black one.
Do you know what? I actually quite like the silver one.
That looks sick.
So we're just looking at these worktops. What am I saying? Cupboards. And then these over here, because I did my virtual tour thing with this colour here. And I'm not sure if it's going to be a little bit too dark for my space or whether I should have white to brighten it up. And I don't like white anything, like in terms of kitchen appliances, worktops and such, but I'm thinking because it's so small, will it brighten it up a little bit having a white colour than this, like, what colour is this, like grey, taupey? I'm just not sure. So here's the cream colour. No, that's white. For sure that's white. But it doesn't look so bad there, does it? I mean, cream is closest to white without having to be white, but I think cream is so ugly, man. And it won't go with the worktop that I chose.
It's black with thing in it, isn't it?
Yeah, it was like this black marble effect.
Not so white.
For some reason, I really don't like wooden worktops.
I don't know if this is the same colour, but looking at it that, it makes it look dark.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Not as bright.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Now, if you look at that, right, compared to that, my cupboards at the top come out longer than this.
Like the depth, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
so
know.
you can have them still a bit flush than that.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. So that's just the same when you open it. So what they've done, you take
Oh,
the
they've
full
matched
length.
it to this when you've opened it up.
Yeah.
Got you. So when you open a door, it's level with the
Yeah.
worktop. Okay, got you. So I might have to get a white one. What a basic colour for a basic little dinky kitchen. So we're trying to decide whether I can get a worktop in of this size as opposed to this one. I mean, this one's far too big, we won't get it in. So we're just trying to measure up this one to see if it's doable. And what did you say it is? 18?
18. Yeah, that's a 23.
That one's deep, isn't it? So what's my one?
18.
And what's the other side? My main side?
23.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I can get one in this size.
That's what I'm saying.
So this is pretty
You've got that
standard?
on one size,
Yeah.
which is 23,
Oh, okay.
and then you've got 18.
Tell
Even
me.
that, I don't like that in particular because look how close there. You don't get multiple of 2 pots.
I mean, what am I really cooking? But no, I hear you,
I
I
don't
hear you. Listen, is a gas one better than an electric one? That's what I need to know.
You also got to think of cleaning these things.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I don't want to have to do all that. It's too much labour. Yeah, see? No, I prefer that. How easy is that to just wipe clean?
The only thing I don't like is the electrical part of it.
Why, is it going to electrocute me?
No.
I snorted. I just want something that's easy and manageable. Not that I'll be using it much, but you know what I mean. See, this is the ones that I like. I like these dark ones. But this wouldn't work in my kitchen because my kitchen's too small. But I actually really like dark ones. I'm just thinking like long term in the future, I want a nice big kitchen, maybe a little island in the middle, and then these dark cupboards. And I think with enough lighting, it won't look so dark.
Oh.
Is that the extractor?
Yeah.
That's interesting, isn't it? Quite like that.
And then you close it. You dry it.
Oh, my drying rack.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's open if you go for one of them.
Yeah.
There's a space on the other side, baby.
I guess I'll just have to put a drying rack on the side, like a tiny one. Tea towel will dry it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The whole point of our thing is to drain out. But if you haven't got that coming in there, yeah, if you haven't got it coming into the
Oh,
sink.
is that how it works? Do you know what? This one gives me cottage vibes.
Yeah. It's
Like a nice homely, yeah.
6, 5,
Yeah. Big family. Yeah, not for me. Definitely not for me.
This one is alright. It runs, you see?
Ah.
So if you put your
So
thing
I
up
might
there,
have to ask
it
for that
runs,
then.
it runs in because it's got the thing to go in
Yeah.
there. This is practical.
Yeah, I hear you. So this is like my kitchen, isn't it?
And I didn't choose somewhere else.
What tile wise? I'm not sure what I'm gonna go for.
Backsplash.
Yeah, I'm just not sure.
So
I wonder if I can ask for that then.
maybe only someone's make it better.
Do you reckon? It just looks like they've carved a bit of... Or maybe, I know what it could be. Whether you have the solid ones or the laminate ones. So maybe they're not able to do it in the laminate.
So you've got enough space to play with.
So that's the amount of walk that I'll have if I have units on that side and on that side. We're thinking. I actually really like this top.
You can still change it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like...
Take the name of it.
Yeah, I'll take the name of it. It's over there in the samples. I'm just thinking like, what units? I think it works because it's darker units. It's like blue. Because all my cupboards and all the units are white, and having this white as well, it's going to look like far too white. Like white everywhere basically. I almost want something there to break it up a little bit. Oh, here we go, look. This is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
In terms of having a drainage system.
That's different. It's totally different.
Yeah, it just...
it's
So how does it drain then? You can't drain your stuff?
No.
I mean, fancy that. I mean, that's not for me, is it? 18 and a half.
Yeah.
My mum's obsessed
So-
with measuring the
No,
depth.
so I'm just pissed off that I'm 14.
14?
Yeah.
Oh, we can get that small camera.
That's what I said. Remember they had 3 different sizes.
Yeah. What was the
Yeah.
size of the smallest one? Was it 14?
14.
And then what am I having, 18?
Yeah. And look, you still get covered space in it.
Oh, I love that, yeah.
They quite good. And they got the drainage, but it's up to you.
Okay, practically that looks good in terms of it will do what needs to be done, but it's ugly, isn't it? That's not cute at all. Okay, so these are the ones that I chose for my virtual tour with this colour, pebble, this grey colour. Yeah, it was that. Oh, is it not the same thing?
No, different.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, that's not the same as that.
No, I think you're wrong. Let me just prove you wrong. So this one on display has this one to take away, the same. This one on display has this one to take away, the same. You see how they put all these lines in? I feel like it just differs. Like you're never going to get the same sample size maybe. That's what I'm assuming.
So where's the sample? That one.
Someone took it.
And where's the one for that one?
Someone took it.
Where's the one for
No, look, that one's there. Haha.
that one?
The brown one.
Yeah. That'll look really nice in my thingy, but they didn't have it at the time.
No.
So I have to go for that cream. Just closest to brown. But that would have been nice.
Yeah. No, we're not doing colours.
We need replaces, so maybe have to
Okay, this isn't your shopping trip, hon. Okay, so what she put on there was this. Just as a placeholder. But I quite like these ones, you know. You don't? Why are you twisting up your face?
I like more things like these.
That's so similar, you're kidding me. Oh, no, you just put it out.
Some of them you just
Pink eye
make
out.
them So there's going to be a gap between that and that.
So you can open
These
it.
ones, yeah.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Oh, decisions.
It just won't show you.
I don't know.
You're already in the audio. When we were in there, you were talking. So you're already talking.
Why didn't you tell me to shut up then if you're doing it?
You saw the camera in my hand, the phone in my hand. Don't look at me like that. Anyway, so we've just come out of Ren's kitchen. It's basically, I gave her my floor plan, my measurements. She plugged them into her like graphic design software, and then we had to map out where I wanted like all my units, my appliances. And one of the things I really wanted is like 2 worktop spaces on either side of the kitchen, and you've probably seen already my kitchen's really small, so I wanted to make it work so that I had like a really small one on one side, and then I have the main side with like the washing machine and that underneath. We think we have a better idea of what that's going to look like now, and I really like seeing the 3D design as well. It like brings it to life. It's actually really cool. The only thing that I'm not quite sure on yet is, one, because of the size of the kitchen, I had to have my fridge and my freezer as, you know, one of them small ones that you put underneath the counter. Ideally, I'd like a freestanding fridge freezer all in one, but I don't know if I have the space for that, so I need to go away and measure it up and see what can be put in that space, because I really want to maximize it. And because I'm changing that under staircase as well, I don't know if I'll have enough room. And then the other thing that I wasn't quite sure on was the colors. So for the actual 3D tour, I picked out this black marble finish. It was laminate, so it wasn't actual marble. Worktop, which I thought looked really nice at the time. And then I also picked out these grey units, so all the cupboards. And then when I saw it, it didn't wow me enough. You know, when you just look at it, you just think it just looks too basic. It looks quite dark as well. I've got such a small space, so I kind of want to brighten it up a bit. So my mum and I, she's here but she's hiding, we had a little wander afterwards to see what was on display, just to almost get some inspiration. It looks like the white ones are so much brighter. I didn't want a full white kitchen. I do want to brighten up the space. And then I also saw this white worktop. Again, it was marble finish, that kind of style, and it looked so good. Like, it actually looked really nice. But now I'm like, I'm definitely not gonna have white on white. That's just way too much. So I need to go away and have a little think about what I want, what kind of handles I want, if I want them at all. I think it's quite nice when it's just a plain finish without any handles. I've got a second appointment booked for next week. So for now, I'm gonna go back and see if I can measure up the space, if I can have the freestanding fridge freezer, and then also think about my options in terms of colours and design. That's kind of where we left it. Oh, and the sink. My mum raised a really good point of, if you've got a deep sink, well, how are you gonna drain your washing? So I need to see how I can navigate that. Either put one with a drainage system in, or I've seen they've carved out these like holes. That's as best as like arches. I can't describe it properly, but basically I put that in and it makes it easy to drain out the water like right into the sink, and I think that looks quite nice. They're grooves. Oh, thank you. You heard me struggling for a bit, didn't you? Left me hanging. Yeah, so grooves, which I think would be quite a nice seamless touch without like adding too much. I don't know. I don't like the old school ones at all, basically. So that's where we're at the moment. I'll show you what the virtual tour looks like, so you can visualize it as well, and I'll walk you through it. But for now, those are my little plans of action.
So as promised, here is the first draft of my kitchen design. At the moment, we're facing out towards the garden area. So I've put in a door and a side light there. At the moment, we've actually got a window in its place, but I know eventually I do want to put in a door and a side light, so it only made sense to include this in the design. So turning around here, on the top row of units, we've got 3 units and an extractor fan, and then the next area is blank over here, but I'll explain why in a minute. And then at the bottom, we've got my washing machine here in the corner, then the sink. This makes sense because of the plumbing. Then under here, we've got, I think maybe the fridge, and then we've got my oven and my hob, and then we've got the freezer over here. Initially, I wanted almost like a tall fridge freezer, you know, where you've got 70%, 30% or 50-50. I wanted that to go literally right here in this section, as opposed to having them both underneath the counter. She's decided to put them underneath here for now because we don't know how much room we've got up here. So this is what needs remeasuring, because at the moment I've got my stairs that wraps around kind of in this area.
So the height, the ceiling height drops a little bit in this area. Ideally I do want it, but I have it boarded up at the moment actually. So we're going to see if we can knock it out and see, you know, how much room we can get in terms of ceiling height in this area. Something else that I noticed is I went to a neighbour's house the other day. So you know I mentioned the stairs kind of goes down like this almost. And then you've got the understairs bit here. Effectively, she had her washing machine underneath the stairs, which was really nice, neatly tucked away. You couldn't see it, it was behind cupboards. And I thought, do you know what, that's actually really good, because I could use with the extra kitchen space, I could use with that little unit there, and I could almost shift my sink across so it's in the corner and have maybe more worktop space here. So then on the other side, I have got a little breakfast bar. So you would have seen Mum and I go around the store talking about a breakfast bar. It's smaller in depth to the bog standard size worktop, there we go. It's slightly smaller, and then underneath it we've got 3 units. Oh no, tell a lie, 4. And then up top we've got another 4 just to mirror it. I don't know if I'm going to keep these units under here or include stools, like breakfast bar stools, just somewhere to eat, or if I'll just use the units for extra cupboard space. I have gone with, it's like a cream finish gloss, which honestly I'm not over the moon with. I don't love it. The other alternative was to go for white, and I hate white at the same time. I prefer the darker colours, but because it's such a small galley kitchen, I don't know if having a dark colour will almost be too overbearing for it. You kind of need a bigger space for that not to look so enclosed. So we've gone with cream for now, and then we've gone with these like pull handles, which kind of just been put in TBC again. Not sure what I'm going to do with that. I might actually leave it handleless. But yeah, that's effectively what it looks like. And if I turn all the way around, sorry guys, this is a 360 design, which is actually really hard to navigate. There's just a few more bits to measure up just to make sure I can do what I want to do. And then naturally I might just shuffle things across and then see if I can get the actual big, I say big, you know what I mean when I say that, tall fridge freezer. I still want it to be integrated because I want everything to look really seamless and sleek. It might mean that I then get a bit more worktop space, which would be nice because I kind of need it. Hence the breakfast bar as well actually. This is draft 1. I can't imagine it's going to look exactly like this, but at the same time I can't imagine it's going to change loads because this is the space that I'm working with. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. That brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I actually really struggled with designing my kitchen just because it's such a small confined space. So to fit all my appliances in and to make it as functional and practical as possible was just a bit of a task really. So yeah, if anyone has had a small kitchen previously or even now and they've been able to make it work, please do share, because I see a lot of large kitchens glamorized online on Instagram and so forth, but then when I go for viewings, a lot of them are small galley kitchens. So a lot of us are working with the space that I'm working with. There has to be a way, right? As always, like, comment, subscribe, turn the notifications on, and I really hope to see you in the next video. Bye.